GC Rad 1 here, ADV80. I'll pop a little video in here and show you how I'm using these flat stackers. I'm not actually stacking them. I'm running them side by side in my sleep storage system in the rig. And I want to give them more R factor because ice melts pretty quick in these guys, and these lids that are in here are just hollow plastic, so I'm gonna put some great stuff inside to give it a little bit better R factor. I've seen a couple of videos online where guys are doing it with the bigger, coolers and such. Didn't see anyone messing with the party stackers, so I'm gonna make my party stackers a little bit more thermal R factor value. And they do have these like cool trays on top, and again, I don't typically, I can't stack them in the rig, so I could fill this in later if this isn't enough. I could use some kind of insulation or whatever to put on here. And yes, it's the ADV80. It deserves a refrigerator. I actually have one. I've had one for, I don't know, a bunch of years now, but I don't have a 2-battery system, and I don't have a solar panel, and I'm not gonna put that fridge in there until I have a second battery and a solar system to where my needs for additional electricity are completely off grid. I'm gonna use that from my main system on the rig. So I'm gonna punch some extra holes in this bad boy and put some great stuff in here and get a little bit more R factor out of these guys in the meantime. I'm kind of debating on the other guys were just like punching holes here, there, and everywhere, but this guy already has this one mold vent hole right here, but that's actually where it sits down on the lip when it's in there, and I guess it really doesn't matter because I'm going to come back and put a little bit of silicone glue over the top of it. But for the ease of doing it, it might be better just to put like 4 holes in the corner and hit the spray and go at it from there. I don't know, I'm kind of like in contemplation mode right now, but what the heck, I think I'm just going to punch it and hit it. Yeah, what the heck, punch it and hit it. I have this crazy old school plastic reamer that I've had for a million years. And I can't remember, I'll have to go back in my YouTube history and look at what video that I saw the guy doing this. But he basically shot it full until it sprayed out the other side, and then overnight it expanded, had these big mushrooms out, and then he just showed breaking them off and then cutting them off and sealing them up. So this will be a overnight process. And we'll go at it from there. All right, well, let's put that bad boy down. Let's read the instructions on this thing. It may say shake to fill. Yep, shake well. All right, got that bad boy shaken up, and it's just time to get to it. Hopefully this thing still sprays. My tip could be clogged up. Why, yes, it's clogged up. All right, I extracted the crusty crust dried up section out of the tip, and let's go for round 2. See what we got. Oh, come on. And it appears my can has died. Uh-oh. we might be in for a big mess here. It'd be nice if it actually worked, but apparently this stuff doesn't like to sit up. Okay, it looks like this can is dead, and I don't have another can handy by, so I may have to go jot to the store and get another. Well, alrighty. Okay, so I was on my way to Home Depot. Actually, I was sitting in the parking lot and pulled up a couple of videos, went back to the videos that I originally watched, the Yeti cooler hack, and I saw another video. This guy was like, same thing, he was gonna do the whole deal, and he did it. He did a side-by-side comparison, and he was like me, he was like super thinking that it was gonna totally work. So he was ready to just show you guys how incredibly awesome it worked. But actually, the exact opposite happened. His Yeti hack cooler was worse than the factory cooler. So read all the comments, because I'm like, what? And he did one test and then did another test, and then yeah, of course I had to sit there and read the comments on that, and then I'm like, okay, well, just forget it, I'm not gonna do this at all. So I'm going to link that video in my description below, because I just don't think it's gonna be worthwhile. And so now I get to tape up my holes or silicone them up or whatever. So I gotta look over here and see if I had some like good little reusable tube silicone. But nevertheless, I'll probably just throw some Gorilla Tape over this and carry on. But it kind of makes me wonder, would it at least be better if it was completely airtight sealed? So it's not venting out on the seam, which it has a 50-50 chance of creeping into the cooler itself or creeping out to the atmosphere. So I don't know. I'm not a scientist, and I'm not gonna do all these tests. I was just trying to make my coolers a little bit more efficient. So I actually put a moving blanket on the bottom for the coolers to sit on this last time. It seemed to help a little bit, because I know there's so much radiant heat coming from the floorboards, you know, the way the exhaust. Land Cruiser, it has the dual catalytics underneath there, and we were traveling in up to 103 degree Fahrenheit weather this past weekend, and the ice melted pretty quick. So to be expected, ice melts quick when it's that hot and that much radiant heat, and such a small cooler and you know, inefficient lid. I don't think I'm gonna waste my time with putting insulation on the top of this, you know, like some kind of foam pad on the exterior. It would probably work, but I think at this point I'm just gonna throw the, you know, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go for it and do as I do. But sorry to waste your time on this video, but if you discovered this, hopefully you got to this part, and like I said, I will link those videos down below, and we can just carry on and add more ice, maybe add dry ice, but then that's an extra trip to go find that. I can't just get that locally by. I think the nearest dry eye place to me is about 12 to 15 miles away. and in Southern California that's 35 to 45 minutes to an hour trip. Nope, I'm out. All right, thanks for watching. Until next time, GC Rad 1, ADV80. I don't know what's gonna be next.